What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Night Out channel. In this video, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 voice acting within the Dynasty Warriors series. Now, these are my picks for the most profound or compelling voice acting within the series, and I'm going to go ahead and count down what I think are the best ones that really bring out each character's personality, the way they're presented within the game, and all that good stuff. Before we jump into the top 10, I want to mention two honorable mentions before we go into the top 10. And the first one I want to mention is Liu Shan. I think Liu Shan's voice acting within the Dynasty Warriors series is one of the best and the most consistent within the games, even though he does go through a shift from Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8 to Dynasty Warriors 9.
I'm enjoying myself. There's no one around to tell me what to do anymore.
But I am sick of the fighting. I have absolutely no desire for it.
I think both voice actors really bring the character Liu Shan to life and his personality and who he is within the game. And just like I mentioned in this video, I think he has one of the best ones in the game, but I think the top 10 is a little bit better, but I wanted to mention him, and then I also wanted to mention Xiahou Yuan in Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5, just because he was voiced by the legendary Steve Blum.
I could never live with myself if I ever lost my touch.
Personally, in Dynasty Warriors 4, I don't think it really fit Xiahou Yuan's character as he developed more into the character that he is now. Dynasty Warriors 5 was a little bit better, but just because it was voiced by him, and I'm sure some people will comment on it if I didn't, I just wanted to mention it really quickly. I'm sure there's going to be other characters in here that I don't mention that I'm sure you guys will let me know down below if I missed them. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the top 10 voice acting for characters within the Dynasty Warriors series. Hope you guys enjoy my list. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I battle for justice. The spear of Xiahou Yuan shows no mercy. All right. Are you prepared to fight?
I, for one, am not afraid to give my life for the good of my kingdom.
Strike down all evil.
Face the great. But they do not burn like the fire of my ambition.
Avenge Guan Yu's death. What other reason do we need?
You've been a thorn in Wei's side for too long, Guan Yu.
Yes. Now the region of Wu is back in the hands of the Sun family.
A warrior must fulfill his duty with no fear of death.
Alright, starting the list off at number 10, we have Pang De, and specifically Pang De in Dynasty Warriors 8. Now, he doesn't have a lot of shining moments within Dynasty Warriors 8. He has a couple cutscenes, and then I'm sure in Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends, he might have a little bit more content. I haven't played the game, so I wouldn't know, but in Dynasty Warriors 8, Pang De's voice acting was pretty compelling. I think he had a really strong, compelling voice that when he talked on screen, it just really drew me to watching to whatever he was saying.
Naturally, I have no plans to die.
Very powerful voice, very strong, and it wraps up really well into the character of Pang De. It fits him very, very well. Really enhances the badassery that Pang De, really stands for, and I think he's a solid choice here at number 10. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person.
Here's where it breathes fire, right? What?
Now, moving on to number 9, we have Guan Yinping in Dynasty Warriors 9. So Guan Yinping, and if you watch my top 10, female video or rankings or the video just for her in general, you'll know that Guan Yinping is my favorite female character within the Dynasty Warriors series. I attribute a lot of that to her voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 9. Again, it really brings out her personality, the character that she is, that bubbly, happy, high energy character that you just want to be around. You want to see what she does next.
Yingping, are you...
Yes?
Nothing. Never mind.
She's got that goofy persona, and then she can get serious if she needs to, and I just love the balance that she shows within Dynasty Warriors 9, and the voice acting resembles that to a T.
What should we do? Are we supposed to continue to keep fighting somehow?
So it's an easy choice to put her in the top 10. I don't think she's too high up because still, I mean, it's the first voice that really attracted me. Dynasty Warriors 8, it was okay. It wasn't anything that really highlighted her personality in that game, but Dynasty Warriors 9, they really take the time to give her more content, and her voice acting just beautifully captivated her personality and really drew me to her as a character, and that's why she's here at number 9.
But a new challenge awaits. We're just getting started. This should be fun.
Alright, coming in at number 8, we've got my boy Sun-Sa from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 8. Voiced by the legendary Yuri Lowenthal, who has voiced a plethora of iconic characters. Him voicing Sun-Sa within the Dynasty Warriors series was just a cherry on top. Sun-Sa really became my favorite character because of the voice acting, because of the ability for the voice actor to bring out that personality and charm and charisma that Sun-Sa is known for.
Well, if that happens, it happens. And when it's over, I will have won.
Dynasty Warriors 5 and 6 with his hypothetical stories, becoming the character he's kind of really known for today. Extremely iconic character, extremely iconic voice acting, very, very solid. And it's what really drew me to Sun-Sa becoming my number 1 character. And he's a character, like I've already mentioned in several other videos, that represents the Dynasty Warriors series to me. And his voice acting plays a prominent part in me thinking that way and him becoming my number 1 character. So I think Sun-Sa is a good choice at number 8. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. Let's go ahead and move on to number 7.
Maybe so, but I'm afraid I'm not as virtuous as Cao Cao. I shall put an end to you with my own hands!
Alright, coming in at number 7, we have the one-eyed legend and his voice acting from Dynasty Warriors 4 to Dynasty Warriors 8. Voiced by the legendary Kirk Thornton, who, just like the previous voice actor, has a lot of iconic roles that he has done as well. And it just fit the character Shahou Dun so well. He really brings Shahou Dun to light, and people that enjoy Shahou Dun's character, I'm going to say it's largely in part to the voice acting.
Before you die, I will at least show you a glimpse of your dream.
The voice acting really showcases Shahou Dun's personality, his character, his bravery, courageousness, strength. You know, that kind of burning intensity that Shahou Dun is really known for within the series gets highlighted throughout the games that he has Kirk Thornton as a voice actor. Super stellar work. One of the best voice actings in the game, and it's just easily recognizable. I hear that voice in other games or anime or whatever it is, and I think, oh, that's Shahou Dun. And I think it's one of the iconic voices within the game, and that's why it deserves to be on this list at number 7. Number 7, Shahou Dun from Dynasty Warriors 4 to Dynasty Warriors 8.
That man, sooner or later, he will be in the way.
Next up, coming in at number 6, we have Jia Xiong and his Dynasty Warriors 8 voice actor. Now, you want to talk about one of the most perfect ways to capture a character. The voice actor for Jia Xiong in Dynasty Warriors 8 does it absolutely perfectly. The dark, shadowy, creepy, don't know what he's going to do next kind of character captures the essence of that character beautifully in the voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 8. I talk about in his video, Dynasty Warriors 9 was a little rough. They kind of overplayed it. You can tell within his voice that it's like an indication that he's evil, or he's got something dark on his mind or whatever it is.
Can you kindly stop with the obvious act?
Dynasty Warriors 8 is so smooth. It's just beautifully done to where it's so fitting for the character and it's not so in your face.
Giving heed to the people. Huh? How popular you are, my lord.
I think it's a solid choice here at number 6, and when I was making this list, he was one of the first people I thought of, because when he was first introduced, I was like, well, he's got the look, he doesn't say nothing, he comes up, he says his first word, you're like, oh, I wonder what this guy's all about. I wonder what he's all about. What does he do? What does he represent? Darkness. Okay, he's a little creepy, and he's got that like underlying darkness of like, you don't know what he's really capable of, and it's a little scary, and the voice actor captures that perfectly. So number 6, Jia Shang. Let's go ahead and jump into the top 5.
And made sure that...
My lord, I think that's quite enough.
Alright, starting off the list at number 5, we have Zhang Chunhua and her Dynasty Warriors 8 voice actor. Kind of piggybacking off of Jia Shang's creepy, scary, this woman's voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 8, she's got the indomitable fear that comes out when she speaks. It's like you take notice when she speaks in Dynasty Warriors 8.
So surely it falls to us to deal with these infidels. Am I correct?
Very powerful, very compelling voice acting within Dynasty Warriors 8 for this character, and you can see that she is the character that she was supposed to be in that game. Again, when in her video I talk about it's hard to see if that translates over to Dynasty Warriors 9 because the voice acting falls short.
Sorry for calling you to such a place.
But in Dynasty Warriors 8, it perfectly represents Zhang Chunhua and what she's trying to accomplish as a character within that game. Just like I mentioned with Jia Shang, all the top 5 characters are immediate characters that I thought of to put on this list, and Zhang Chunhua was no exception. And I think she's a great choice here at number 5. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character.
I do not care who! Come and face me! Come and face the great Lu Bu!
Alright, moving on to number 4, we've got Lu Bu from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 8. Similar story to some of the other voice actors, this guy has also voiced a bunch of iconic roles, because when I hear his voice in other things, I'm like, oh, that's Lu Bu. Lu Bu being voiced from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 8 really captivates who Lu Bu is as a character. The demon of the 3 kingdoms, the mightiest warrior of the land. I mean, his presence alone, that's enough to like make you know what, maybe we shouldn't mess with this guy. But then he speaks and you're like, dear Lord, maybe I should rethink this fight. And it's because the voice acting, I think, in Dynasty Warriors 5 through 8 really brings that home. Very iconic voice. His legendary voice line,
Can anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
one of the most iconic within the game, and then they try to do it in Dynasty Warriors 9 and it just doesn't hit the same.
Can anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
And that's because the voice acting from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 8 was so good. Such a good voice actor for Lu Bu, one of the most iconic voices in the game. When this character spoke, when this character speaks, when he makes his entrance, everything about the character just compacted well into the legendary character that he's known for within history and within the game. I couldn't think of a more fitting voice for this guy, and I think that's why he's a solid choice here at number 4.
As long as I am able to stand and fight, I will advance my lord's cause.
Alright, starting off the top 3, we have the legendary Zhao Yun and his voice acting from Dynasty Warriors 4 to Dynasty Warriors 8. When it comes to iconic voices within this game, this character has one of the most iconic voices in the game. This guy is really what made the game. I mean, Zhao Yun, the cover of the game, once he took over as Zhao Yun's voice actor, he started to become the cover of the game because people were so enamored by this character. His weapon style, the way he looks, of course his cutscenes, all that good stuff, but then the voice acting was the cherry on top.
Come, follow me, both of you, for vengeance!
Terrence Stone voice acting for Zhao Yun was immaculate. One of the best voice acting within the game. Top 3 for sure. Does not belong any lower on this list. When they changed it in Dynasty Warriors 9, it was a tragic day indeed.
My lord, Liu Chan, it is your turn now.
In my video I talked about it's not that bad, and it's still not. It's like not that bad, but when you compare it to a legendary voice that he had in the previous game, it's just so hard to take a step down like that. But from Dynasty Warriors 4 to Dynasty Warriors 8 was the hallmark of the character. It just really brought out the personality in who Zhao Yun was. He is the main hero, the main character of the series.
Another has fallen to my spear!
and it really represented everything that Zhao Yun was in the game. Loyal, brave, courageous, you know, a hero. That voice fit Zhao Yun so well, and hopefully they bring that voice for him back at some point, because there's nothing that matches or comes close to matching that voice, and it's an absolutely solid choice at number 3, Zhao Yun from Dynasty Warriors 4 to Dynasty Warriors 8.
Now, though, all the power in the land is divided between Liu Bei and myself.
Alright, coming in at number 2, we've got the hero Chaos, Cao Cao, and his voice acting from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 8. So Cao Cao's voice acting mainly in Dynasty Warriors 8 is the reason he's up here. Dynasty Warriors 5 through 8 he has the same voice actor, but throughout the games it got so much better. When it comes to compelling, charismatic, whatever awesome word you want to throw in there, Cao Cao's voice actor hit all of them for this character.
Of all the stars that shone in the chaos, you and I remain to the last.
Because Cao Cao is such an iconic character within himself, the voice acting had to be up to that standard, and the voice acting for him did really well. In Dynasty Warriors 9, it wasn't that bad.
I would never have been able to come this far in such a chaotic world without your help.
Just like I talked about in this video, but Dynasty Warriors 5 through 8, he has some incredible voice lines, incredible delivery on what he was saying, making it just that much more powerful, and that's why he's up here at number 2. I immediately thought of Cao Cao because some of the things he says in Dynasty Warriors 8 is just so powerful the way he says it. The range that Cao Cao has, the emotional arc that he goes through is captured so beautifully within the Dynasty Warriors series. If there's any voice actor in this game that comes close to perfect, it's either going to be this one or Zhao Yun, like I've already mentioned. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the number 1 voice acting in my opinion, and then that'll be it for the video.
Sun Ce, behold. This is the new world that we fought to create.
And coming in at number 1, we have an unusual pick with Taishi Ci from Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5. So for those of you who don't know, Taishi Ci was actually voiced by the same person that voiced Zhao Yun, and Terrence Stone did a fantastic job with Taishi Ci's voice. Very different from Zhao Yun, not the hero, not the main character that Zhao Yun obviously exudes, but it's such a deep, like, emotional voice that, like I mentioned in his video, that the reason that I had a voice acting segment on that analysis series was because of this character. At the Battle of the Wu territory, when, you know, he's with Liu Yang and you approach him after Liu Yang flees, and his voice line to, you know, basically being introduced to you is one of the most powerful voice lines within the series to me. When he says,
"Come, Taishi Ci shall be the last thing in your way."
That voice line itself was so powerful. I mean, I was just like, oh man, Taishi Ci, you man. Like, it's just such a good voice line. It really brings out a lot of excitement and emotion for me because it just represents these characters. It represents the game in itself. One of the best voice lines within the game, and it carries on through a lot of his interactions. Because Taishi Ci is more of a side character, his cutscenes are a little lower, so he doesn't get as much screen time within those first 2 games, Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5. And I think in the later games, his content is very sparing. Like, he doesn't have a lot of content, but Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5, I think it was the best voice acting for him. It was so powerful, so strong, and I think it's my personal choice to put him here at number 1. It's probably because he was voiced by Terrence Stone. The way he did it, the way he delivered it was so beautiful, so powerful, and it's one of the most impactful voice lines that I always remember within the game, and that's why it's up here at number 1. But that's all I have for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about my list down below. I'm going to be having another video of like the top 10 or 20 voice lines, because voice acting is a very key component of the storytelling for the game, and I think it's very important to talk about how good good or how bad the voice acting was, and how it can be obviously fixed and made better to make the game and the story as good as it was back in the day. But yeah, that's all I have for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.